Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Today we have Remastered 3.3 released. So today is the today's the day that we're going to be doing the installer showcase to show this off to you guys and show you the new version. So basically, just head over to mod database. I'm going to try to upload it in some other areas as well. I know some people have said that they don't really like mod database, so we can try to upload it on Nexus and some other places as well. So we'll do that. But let's go ahead. It's a little bit more of a download this time. It's about one gig this time rather than just but yeah, that's because there's a lot of textures and all kinds of things added. But let's go ahead and click download. So this is what you're going to do first, obviously, is click that download link, wait for it to download, and then it's downloading. It's just taking a little while. Okay, so that will download. We'll wait on that. I wanted to go ahead and download it to test it out because just to make sure that it actually is working okay from the download link rather than just using my version, obviously, because I already have it downloaded because I got it uploaded earlier. So the major changes on this version, which we can go ahead, this is an article that has not been published yet, but we can kind of go over it because it kind of goes over the changes. But basically, one of the biggest changes is we've added the verts, new textures that are actually even more upscale than the upscale textures. So that's really sick. So we've added that. We fixed the Ouija model, the Ouija droid that gives Kyle his lightsaber. For some reason, the textures weren't showing up. One guy by the name of Blackhawk decided to go ahead and fix that for us, and I went ahead and included his mod in the this next version so that it will fix that model. He also created these switches. The switches look so much better now. So that's awesome. And then he also kind of redid the Kyle model to make it look a little bit more polished and good. So that's good. And then one of the biggest fixes that is in this version is that older versions of Open Jedi had you installing the game or the game files in the app data folder for some reason, where it kind of just made it difficult to create the installer, to where I would basically have to make the installer so that it would go to that folder. It would install the mod files. But the problem was, since Open Jedi automatically updates, the newer version of Open Jedi, you don't have to do that anymore. It will run the game as long as you install the game in the Jedi Knight root directory. It will launch the game and use the game files that are in the root directory instead of using the app data folder. So instead, now the installer will install all the mod files in the same folder. So you must select the your Jedi Knight root directory to install the mod. Because if you don't, then it will not load the cool graphics and the everything. So anyways, looks like it's downloaded. Let's go ahead and open that up. Oops. So here we go, Jedi Knight Remastered 3.3. So let's go ahead, we'll take that into, that's my son Kyler. He's up and ready to say some stuff, right, little guy? I don't know if you guys can hear him or not, but it's in the background cooling. Anyways. Really? Very fun, bud. Anyways, let's put this in a different folder. Let's just go ahead and put it in here. Test. And you don't have to, obviously you can decide what folder you want to do. You can extract it from there or wherever. So after you download it, it's in a zip file. So the first thing you're going to want to do is extract it. So extract it out. And then the second thing you're going to want to do is now open this new and improved installation guide. If you open that up, hey, the icon's all messed up. What the heck happened? That's weird. There's supposed to be an icon on this, but it's not on there, so that's weird. But anyways, you get this new PDF installation guide. Installing 3.3 of Remastered is a bit different than the last version, blah 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 blah. Basically, you just need to install it in the right location, you know, the Jedi Knight directory. And then of course, if you want to launch it with the Steam launcher, here's instructions for that. And then playing with other mods, and then uninstalling. So that's pretty good. There's the icon. Cool. All right, little man, why are you so talkative? All right, let's go ahead. We'll launch. Let's install it on all three versions: the CD, the Steam, and the GOG version. We'll go ahead and do the Steam version first, and then go from there. I just double clicked on it, so it might take a little bit to load, but should be good. We'll give it a minute. There we go. All right. Welcome to Jedi Knight Remastered 3.3. Please uninstall any old versions of the mod first and make sure you have a legal copy of Star Wars Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight installed. Let's go. So, here's the README file if you're interested. Changes and all that. Disclaimer, copyright, obviously. Alright, so now we're at the directory part. This one's gonna be different for everybody. I made the default directory Steam this time because I figured most people are probably gonna have the game on Steam. So there you go. If that's your default folder, then great. If not, change it up. Here's some other possible locations: GOG version and the CD version. Mine, however, is different. It's installed on a different drive disk, so you just need to figure out where your installation is. If you don't know where your installation is installed, it's probably one of these default locations. You can try to track it down first before you go ahead and select. If you are not sure, you can go ahead. I think you can just press the Windows button and click your file explorer and kind of navigate to where you think it might be and try to find it. Because once you got your location, then you can, or you can just click this browse button and find it that way as well, which is what I'm gonna have to do anyways, because my location is in the F drive. Games, Steam, Steam apps, common, and Jedi Knight. There we go. So I got it. So I'm going to select OK on the root directory. So that it means the main directory that the game files are installed in and all that jazz. So for the Steam version, it's going to be Steam Apps, Common, Star Wars Jedi Knight. And then, of course, that part of it's going to be different for you because you don't have it installed on the F drive. Probably, most likely not. So then I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And then it has another final warning note. Final warning. The mod must be installed in the Star Wars Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight root directory in order to work properly. Double check to make sure the above is correct. Your directory, the directory for your installation. Okay. All right, let's click Start. So this is the Steam version first. We're going to go ahead and do that one first, and then we're going to go ahead and do the GOG version, and then we'll go ahead and do the CD version as well, for those who have the CD version. The CD version is a little bit more difficult because you actually have to kind of download some files and all that jazz in order to get the CD version to work. But that's beyond the scope of this video today. I'm just going to show you, for those who already have the CD version installed and it's working, I can then show you how to actually get this to install on there. Basically, you just make sure you select the right directory. That's pretty much it. All right, looks like we're almost done here. It's just about done. There we go. Jedi Knight Remastered 3.3 is installed. And now we can exit out. Now we have two icons on the desktop. I got rid of the uninstaller icon mainly because since everybody's going to be installing the game in a different location, it would be kind of pointless because unfortunately I could only make it so the shortcut could do one location. So it would work for some people who have a certain version of the game, but it wouldn't work for other people who don't have that version of the game. So it just wasn't feasible. So in order to uninstall, you just have to right click on the this shortcut, which is the main game launcher, open up the location and find the Stormtrooper icon that has uninstall on it. Double click on that and it'll uninstall. But we don't want to uninstall just yet. Let's go ahead. The next thing you're going to want to do is open up the configuration guide and take a look. And basically, in order to get the game to work okay with all the graphical updates, is you need to at least have Bloom enabled. But I also recommend having these other settings set up as well. So that's just that. And then this explains about what all the other settings do and whatnot. And you can play around with it and figure out what your best settings are. But anyways, now you can just double click on this and it'll launch the game. Yours will probably be in a small window because you don't have full screen enabled. So let me show you what it will look like. Yours will probably be like this to start off with. Don't worry, you can get it in full screen. All you have to do is go to display and click enable full screen, and there you go, full screen's enabled. That's all you have to do for that. And then of course make sure Bloom isn't enabled at least. You don't have to have the other things, but I would highly suggest having the other things because it makes it look a lot nicer. But Bloom is a must, because if you don't have Bloom enabled, here I can just show you what it looks like without the Bloom enabled, so you can see. If Bloom's not enabled, oh whoops, I got you guys hearing both the headphones and the desktop audio let's turn off one of those. Oh yeah, we can kind of skip that too. Why is there two audios and I don't even see them on the... Huh. Oh well. See what I mean? With the bloom disabled, the colors just look really weird, and then of course the blaster colors look terrible. But I mean, if you like it, then that's good. I mean, it looks kind of goofy, but you might like it, I don't know. But anyways, if you turn that back on, now you have a nice blaster color. Jedi Knight Remastered 4.3. But alright, let's go ahead. Since we have it on the Steam version, the Steam version is nice because you can make it launch from the launcher. So how do we do that though? So first you're gonna have to right click on the shortcut, or one of the shortcuts, doesn't matter, either one, and click Open File Location. This will automatically take you to the Jedi Knight root directory, which is where you need to go. First thing you're going to want to do is find the Jedi Knight exe file. Right click on it, click Rename, and just do -old, or just rename it to whatever, but I just do -old because that's easier, or that's easy to do. Now you need to find the Open Jedi df2-64 exe file. Right click on that, click Rename, and name this to Jedi Knight. Must be, I think it is case sensitive, so make sure it's a capital J, capital K, and then that's it. Don't have anything extra, so that way it fools Steam into thinking that is the Jedi Knight exe file. So now all you have to do is open up Steam and then just click play on your Dark Forces 2 library thing, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, Open Jedi is already opening up, and it's opening in the remastered version. So there we go. And now you're recording game hours without having to worry about it. You're not having to worry about not getting your game hours recorded and all that jazz, all the perks of having the Steam version. Got him. Alright. And as you can see, we've got quite a bit of updated textures here. One of the best textures though that we kind of want to get over to is this one here. This is so good looking. Look at that door. And then of course the switches look so much better as well. So that's new with this version. So that's cool. All these guys are still alive. I left them alone. So let's go ahead and we'll jump off. And let's go ahead and install it on the GOG version. So those who have the GOG version, let's go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and uninstall it from my Steam version, even though I probably don't really have to. But just in case, I'm just going to go ahead and uninstall it. So that way, oh yeah, and then don't forget, if you do uninstall it from the Steam version, don't forget that you remember you changed the name on these, so delete that and then rename this back to, rename this back to Jedi Knight, so that way you can play the game normal again. And you can literally play the game normal now without the mods there. They're completely gone. That's what's kind of great about the uninstaller, is that it just completely gets rid of it. So let's go ahead, we'll run the installer again. Kind of should have just put it on my desktop, huh? Oh well. Where's my test folder? There it is. Alright, so let's run the installer again, and we'll install it in the GOG version this time. So here we are again. Let's move forward. And now, this is the important part where you need to select your GOG installation files. There's a couple different locations where your GOG could be at. Could be in GOG Galaxy if you have the GOG Galaxy launcher, or if you decided not to get the Galaxy launcher, it could just be in C drive GOG games. But it also could just be in a random folder that you decided to install in a different folder. So obviously you need to figure that out. Mine is in the C drive GOG or x86, and then GOG Galaxy. There we go. And then where does it say? In games. And then there it is, Dark Forces 2. So now we have it selected. We'll hit OK, and then we hit next. And a final warning, be sure you have selected the root directory, otherwise it will not work. Press start and install. And then I'm gonna show you guys later, there's an alternative way to uninstall as well. You don't have to go to the root directory to uninstall. You can also uninstall the game from the control panel. That's what's kind of neat about this this installer, is it literally it's pretty much its own little program almost, to where you can uninstall it. If something happened to the uninstaller, you can still kind of try to uninstall it from the control panel. And then of course you can delete it manually, because it's just a bunch of files that just get installed into your Jedi Knight directory. That's pretty much all it is. It's just a whole bunch of files together all in one, so you don't have to track them down and put them all together yourself. That's basically the gist of this whole project, is to basically just get the best looking Jedi Knight possible without having to download 50 billion different mods to get it. So that's the idea. So hopefully as time goes on, we get more stuff, we can make this thing even better looking, because man, it looks so good. It looks so good already as it is, but it's just getting better and better. Alright, so that's installed on the GOG version now, and then of course now we have our shortcuts. Let's open up the file location so we can take a look, and yep, here it is. It's in the GOG version. And if, I guess the same kind of thing, if you wanted to launch, because GOG has their own little launcher as well, the GOG Galaxy. So if you want to change this exe to the JK exe, I'm assuming that you could probably launch it from the GOG launcher, but I don't really think there's any reason to do that, because it's not like there's any game recording hours with that or anything. I've never, or I don't know, maybe, but anyways, we'll go ahead and click on the shortcut for the GOG version. It looks like I already have, yeah, I already have a test player and all that. You'll probably have to set up a player, or you might already have a player set up as well. Check your settings, make sure Bloom's enabled, and at least, You don't really need any of the other things necessarily. And then, bam, new game. Moving right along. We're at the 25-minute mark. And we already have the game installed in the GOG version.
Get out of my bar. You always cause trouble.
There we go. Thank you for the stuff. Have a nice day. Alright. So let's go ahead. Last but not least, of course, the CD version. A lot of people have given up on the CD version, so they don't really play the CD version, but it is possible to get the CD version to work. You basically just kind of have to download the game files and whatnot. But okay, so now let's go ahead and I'll show you guys how to uninstall the game from control panel. Wait, what? Oh yeah, okay. So you just open up control panel, go to uninstall programs, and then you'll find it in the list down here. Oh well, there's Mysteries of the Sith Remastered, but we're looking for, oh there it is, Jedi Remastered 3.3. So that's what you're looking for. And then you just right click on it and click uninstall. And that will uninstall the remastered. So that's a new, that's it. Well, it's not a new way. It's always been like that. If you just can't seem to find that uninstaller in the root directory and you're not sure which one it is, just go to the control panel, find it, and then uninstall it that way. Easy enough. All right, let's install it on the CD version. That's the next version. So we'll go ahead and double click the installer again. So while we're waiting on that to load, some people have had issues having this run on Windows 11, unfortunately. So, and I thought that this new version would fix that, but I just got word from someone that tried it last night and they were still not able to get it to work on Windows 11. So I'm gonna be installing a installing a Windows 11 on a computer so I can kind of test out how to get it to work on Windows 11. So hopefully in the next update 3.4 we can make it so that Windows 11 users can finally enjoy this as well, because obviously that's definitely needed, because Windows 10 is going to be expired soon, so we're going to want to have that Windows 11 experience as well with Jedi Knight Remastered. All right, so anyways, let's select the CD location, and the CD location is basically just x86, the old school LucasArts folder, and the Jedi Knight Dark Forces folder after that. So we'll go to the C drive, x86 LucasArts, there it is. And oh, I guess the folder is not called Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. Where did I get that from? I guess it's just called Jedi Knight. Huh. Alright, well, you might have to keep that in mind. It's not Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. It's basically just Jedi Knight. So keep that in mind for those. And then in the next version, I might go ahead and fix that real quick. But just keep that in mind for those who are using the CD version. The one or two of you guys out there. So go ahead, install the game on the CD version. So yeah, I'll work on getting the Windows 11 computer And then I'll get Jedi Knight installed on one of them, and then I'll try to install Remastered on there, and we'll see if we can figure that one out. I was really hoping that just getting this newer version of Open Jedi and all that would fix that, but we may actually have some sort of an issue with Windows 11, so we'll have to figure that out. It may just be something with Open Jedi itself, which we'll have to reach out to the creators to see if there's something that they can do for that, but I'm going to try to see if I can fix it first, and then we'll go from there. How's that? And it might actually have to be its own installer too. That's true too. Like, we might just have to create a Windows 11 version of the installer, which that'll be fine. So this will for sure work on Windows 10. Not sure about Windows 7. For those of you who are still on Windows 7, I don't know if it'll work on Windows 7. It should be fine, I would think. But that would be something that someone with Windows 7 would have to test out to see. But there we go. We got it on the CD version. So let's go ahead and launch the game one more time on the CD version. There we go. It's launched. Let's go ahead and start that new game. We've watched this. Guys have watched me on the channel play this level so many times, it's crazy. 3 times in this video alone. Ah, he got away. Oh well. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Remastered 3.3. That's how you guys get it installed. Installer showcase. Let's see. Let's see. Wait. Yeah, all that's enabled. So but alright, that's how you do it, guys. Just trying to think of what else. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm not sure what I was gonna say. Yeah, well, that's 3.3, guys. It's ready to roll and it's downloaded and ready. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So, if you get an error when you launch Open Jedi for the first time, then that's a red flag. So I'm gonna bring that up real quick, so you guys know. Hold on, I'm trying to find. So go back to your handy dandy installation guide, open that up. If you get this sort of error that says there's missing files in the Dark Forces folder, then you've one of two things. Either you've installed, you didn't actually click on the Jedi Knight root directory and you've installed the game or the mod into a separate folder that is not the Jedi Knight root directory, or especially if you see all of them missing. If you see 1 or 2 missing, then you're missing some game files. So you'll have to try to uninstall Dark Forces completely and reinstall it, so that way you can get those game files back on there. For those with the CD version, you may not have the jk.cd in your directory folder. Good morning, Kennedy. What's going on? but you should be able to grab that jk.cd from your CD. So put your CD in, find that file, and put it in the resource folder. Other than that, that's pretty much how you fix that. And then once you have those files actually in there, it should work fine, and it won't send the game files to the game data folder. Because if you send the files to the game data folder, the Open Jedi is going to launch from the game data folder, and it's not gonna load the remastered textures and all that. So just keep an eye on that. Make sure you don't get that error anymore, because that is not normal anymore like it was in the last versions. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Hello.
Oh, here's my daughter Kennedy. She just woke up. Say like and subscribe.
Like and
Subscribe. Check out more videos on the channel. You might like them, and obviously there's going to be more videos coming soon, so definitely like, subscribe. And Jedi Knight, or Mysteries of the Sith Remastered, is going to be coming as well. Not sure if the cutscenes are going to be updated in the next version. That's going to be a daunting task, but we're at least going to have 3.0 of Mysteries of the Sith coming soon as well. So keep that in mind, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
I won't fail you again, Order.
We'll report there at once, sir.